Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session. Today we're going to recapitulate on a drawing done back in February 8th, 2022. And it's December, tomorrow, December the 1st. And I thought, for my sake, I thought it would be really interesting to kind of do inventory of a very interesting, wild year for me from a lot of different perspectives, psychologically, emotionally, financially, the whole thing. But let's recapitulate with this drawing here, where I have here the self portrait, the model, and character here. Third party, it could be a romantic party, it could be a friend, it could be. This drawing is a little different because it incorporates a lot of movement that took place around that time, February 5th through the 8th, through the even 13th. I'm trying to situate my tripod here. So very quickly, I don't want to make a long video, so let's focus on the hot list. I was going to call it the hot list. Practice Active Imagination by the great genius Carl Gustav Jung. Number 1, concentrate helps to grow the mind. Number 2, focus on a dream. Number 3, let the unconscious speak. Number 4, generate an artifact on paper. And number 5, analyze the message. Practice. So here we have an artifact on paper. So there was a lot of energy going on with this model and myself, and there was a lot of toxic energies going around and working my mind. Okay, the mind is interconnected with the body, the mind, the emotions, and the sexuality. Okay, so here we have pretty much a lot of this stuff going on: body, mind, emotions, and sexuality. So we're going to approach it from a psychoanalytical approach. I've been doing psychoanalysis for 22 years. I started to incorporate active imagination by Jung, I would say late 2019. I started to really but really see if I can see where I'm at and how I'm processing my emotions. I can basically know where I'm going. So around 2019, I have here a date, I started really experience weird energies, like shitty behavior with this person that is this person, and I felt there was a third party. At the end of the day, there was a third party. Actually, there were multiple parties. So she was juggling, lying, sneaking, really doing a job on me. But I started working on it in 2019. So what happened was, and here's a loop. Here's what I call the quantum loop, or a ball or a circle. Instead of making the circle big out of, based on the emotions and my feelings and the connection with the model, I started to do what? I started reducing it to what I call the pizza slice, the Euclidean fifth postulate. And I did that through therapy, what we might say boundaries. So I started to really recapitulate, and instead of letting it grow and making it into a tumor where I would have gotten super hit, even though I got hit with the betrayal was very traumatic. I was able to what? I was able to find my geometric truth. Through how? Through my mind, logic, research, whatever, and control what? My emotions. There was a lot of gaslighting going on. The sexuality is always towards the end. Sexuality could be very sticky. It has to do a lot with It has to do with the body, right? But at the end, how you feel about yourself in your body has to do a lot with how you control your emotions. Because we can have physical manifestations in our body that can make us feel sick physically. We can also have manifestations in our emotions that can make us feel depressed and in the sense of loss and attachment is gone. And of course, the connection, it's gone, the physical connection, the attachment, the sexual connection, or the tactile connection. So what I found it to be very productive now, looking back, recapitulating the year, what I found to be extremely interesting was how formulating a very basic structuralism on Euclidean geometry, and not lifting the wall, not putting walls up or guarding myself or getting aggressive. What I did was I knew where I was. I knew where my energy was. I knew where my physicality was. But what I was able to do was let it be. I let it be. And, it got to the point when it was done. She wants to leave, leave. If she wanted to work things out with normal boundaries and normal dignity and normal respect on a relationship that was LTR, long-term relationship, we could have worked that out. I was doing the work, and I was sharing my work, and I was opening up, and I was sharing my work and my drawings with the subject, with the model, and I was letting her know that I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to open up, but she was not. She was completely closed, or she was open to what? To a third-party energy. Okay? So I think this is very effective. It has a lot of therapeutic benefits to active imagination and doing this drawing. Now looking back, I could see how far I have elevated myself, right? Elevated my behavior, but in a dilemma and having a very emotional betrayal dilemma and trauma, how I was able to use the power of geometric truth, logics, to combine what? My ethos, my ethics, my values, but most important, my pathos, have emotional intelligence based on logic, based on body, mind, and soul, using the great techniques of Carl Gustav Jung and active imagination and creating an artifact and analyzing it. Thank you very much.